So the client should pay the first month premium, and they give answer no to all the questions, health questions that we have in the TIA. But this question is asking when it ends when we go for the delivery of the plan. So either the client approved it, the client says, I want to keep the plan, or the client declines it. Okay, or 90 days, whichever occurs first. Okay, so whichever happens first, we went to the client approved it. Okay. So then the temporary will end and the MAID coverage will stop. Luckline says, I don't want to keep the plan, so then the temporary will end and the main contract will also end.
So then it will only be for 90 days. After that there will be no temporary insurance coverage. Okay. Next is what is structure settlement. Structure settlement is court order annuity. Okay, so sometimes like if somebody lose something, like they lose their body part or they get a very serious disability and they can never work. So they lose their income because of somebody else's fault.
So they can go to the court and the court might order the other person to pay them the money. Okay, so they can set up an annuity. So the insurance company will keep on paying that money, whatever benefits was promised. Okay, so they can set up whichever they purchase, that is called court order annuity. And in other words, we call it structure settlement. Next one is what is considered an offer and a subtense. So offer is when we go and deliver the plan to the client, like the work we have done. Pre-military to the couple of previous months, when the agent go for the delivery of the plan. So they tell the client that this is what the insurance company has offered. And if the client says yes, I want to keep the plan, that is called acceptance, okay. And when they accept it, that's when their life insurance plan can start. If they have paid the premiums already. Next is what happens if life insurance is missing. So if anybody goes missing, the beneficiary would have to wait for 7 years. After 7 years, the person, don't say that they will get the benefits. After 7 years, they can go to the court and they can request the judge to declare that person dead.
So if the judge looks at the investigation and is very confident that the person, nobody can find out because everybody has tried it. So then they can declare the person dead and then the insurance company can pay the benefits. Okay. But if they find out the proof, very, very important thing that if you get any question on this, read the question carefully.
If they find out the proof that the person has died, the person is dead, okay, then they can get the benefits before 7 years as well. 7 years waiting time is only if they cannot find out any proof that if the person is dead or not and where the person is. If it's what form is required while replacing insurance application. Okay. So whenever we are replacing somebody's plan, like somebody have one plan, but we are giving another one, because the first one was not good enough for according to their needs, so we'll have to fill this form with the application. It's called LIRD, Life Insurance Replacement Declaration. This one is which non-profit organization protect clients in if any insurance company goes bankrupt. So I think very, very important organization that we have to remember, ASORCS.
It's the organization which protect the clients if any insurance company goes bankrupt. So I hope you remember this one. I gave you limits of this in the class as well. But if you forget this, what are the limits of this? You can go in chapter 4 and the ethics book, go to the topic ASORCS and you can find out all the limits. How much coverage does ASORCS get?
Next one is, can agents split commission? And the answer is yes. Okay. If they are licensed to people, okay, then they are okay. They're allowed to split the commission, but we cannot give commission or we cannot pay money to anybody who is not licensed. Okay. So that will be against the rules. Next is which organization issues license to insurance agents. So again, important organization to remember, provincial or territorial regulators. Okay. So every province and every territory, they have their own regulatory body. So which regulate all the insurance industry in their province. Okay. So they see that all the insurance agents and they see all the insurance companies, they are following all the rules. So they are the one who issue the license, and even if any agent is doing anything wrong.
So there was a complaint against them. So the person who's going to take the license back. So again, the same organization. So they are going to issue the license. If anybody does anything wrong, the other one they will take the license back as well. Okay. Next is what is PEFP. The full form of that is politically exposed foreign person.
This is also actually a form. We have done this in the class too. If you remember this, this is a form that needs to be filled.